All right, Darin, after the scrimmage on Saturday, what were you able to see from the quarterback's room? And did you get any separation maybe or ideas of what some of those guys are kind of work their way through?
Well, I tell you, the scrimmage, there was some situations with John Rice that we had to go, and that's what's so good about scrimmages is you go through situational football, and again we work backed up, which in the spring we were atrocious. We weren't very good at getting the ball out of there. We all three groups got the ball out of there, and we changed field position, which was huge. So that was really good that we improved on from the spring, and we were going. And again, at the quarterback position, John Rice has been continually doing a very good job. And again, he scrambled in the scrimmage and did a great job and scored a touchdown, which he's going to do. And again, with Timmy right now and where Dylan is right now, they're battling back and forth. Timmy's is ahead of Dylan just with experience and playing, and Dylan being a freshman, he's got a learning curve, made some freshman mistakes in the scrimmage, which you got to make as a freshman. And again, it's that riding the bike where you got to go through making some mistakes. But I'm pleased where we're going. We got to continue to take steps, though, continue to get better as we go through this week.
I know they said the scrimmage the other day was run focused, but just looking at the totality of everything, what did you like about the scrimmage and what did you not like, perhaps?
Well, we were much more physical than we were the first scrimmage. And, the mentality from the whole offense, from the O-line, which again, big men lead the way, the O-line, from our running backs and how they ran. Again, they ran through tackles. First scrimmage, it was the first guy got there and we were tackled. We ran through tackles, which I was pleased to see. And again, that was the mentality, and we challenged them. At the receiver position, we did a lot better job as far as our assignments and digging out safeties and doing what we're supposed to go do when we run the football. So we got better at running the football from the first scrimmage to the second scrimmage.
Ask about Jordan McDonald. What do you see from him? What role do you see he having on this offense?
Yeah, Jordan McDonald's a big, powerful running back, and when he runs angry, he runs angry, and he's powerful. He's big. He can run behind his pads. And again, he made a 3rd and 1 run that I want to see him jump cut and make sure he gets the first down. We didn't help him with the old line, but then you saw him the rest of the scrimmage really pounding the ball and breaking tackles, which is what we wanted to see from our running back. So again, really pleased where Jordan is. He's got to continue to get better, continue to grow up, and as we're going through this, but I'm pleased where Jordan is right now.
How has Corey Damage been progressing? I know it was someone who was kind of a late addition in the transfer cycle.
Yeah, and it's a situation, he's going through a learning curve and learning the offense. He like to see him just continue to take strides forward. He made plays in the scrimmage, and he had an injury situation that he had to overcome throughout the week, and then went out there and played through it in the scrimmage, and it was good to see him go make plays and make some big catches, and that's what we wanted to see from him.
I want to ask about the tight ends. I know there have been some injuries behind Alex, Zach, and Randy, so which of the other depth tight ends have elevated themselves to be in position to gain some reps early in the season on the field?
Again, the situation, we've been rotating all those guys, and we're still competing. You've got French, who is a younger guy that's been around, who is doing some really good things, and it's a situation at tight end right now. We're still shuffling guys back and forth, and tight ends are huge. The 12 personnel stuff that we do is a weapon. It changed gaps for the defense. So again, we got to keep developing those tight ends, and again, we're going to do some different things with Alec Holler, and what we're going to do with Zach. Again, to be able to create different formations that make it hard on the defense, and different unbalanced, different other situations that we have to do. And those guys create that. Wide receivers don't, tight ends do. So I'm pleased where the tight ends are, and Randy Pittman continues to show up. He continues to make plays. He continues to go do his assignments. And again, as a freshman, I'm really pleased where he's at. All the other guys, again, you got Max Holler, who, he's put his hand in the ground and has showed he knows what to do. We got to keep getting better and better as we go throughout that.
Isaiah Bowser was such an excellent, 3rd and short goal line type running back last year. Was always going to get a couple yards. Is there a running back? I know there's a lot of depth there, but is there a running back that you've identified could kind of fulfill that sort of role?
Yeah, RJ Harvey's the complete back, and he's shown that, and he showed it in the scrimmage. He broke tackles. He got a big, 3rd down and 2 situation and jump cut and went for 8. So, you're seeing that in RJ. Johnny's not necessarily our guy that we're going to hand the ball to on 3rd and short and all those things, but Johnny's electric. I'm just telling you, he does stuff with the football in his hand that is a freak show. And again, his ball security's got to continue to improve, but it was a 3rd and 22. We handed him the ball and he went for 24. So, he is continually showing up in everything that we do, and we got to get the ball in his hands. And then you got Jordan McDonald, who's got to be that short yardage back for us. He's got to. And he can definitely move piles. He's big, he's powerful, he's strong. And then you got DeMarcus Bowman, who is showing up, and he's holding on to the ball. And we really strained him in the second scrimmage of going every single play in a drive and showing that he can do everything the right way. So I'm really pleased. And then you got Mark Anthony. And Mark Anthony showed up probably more than all the other running backs, and you can see him after that injury and what he's overcome in the spring and the summer, where he really performed very, very well. So, and he's a short yardage back, and he's a big back, and he ran over safeties in the scrimmage, and we're going to continue to elevate him.
Coach Malzahn pointed out Jared Baker as a guy that stepped up during the scrimmage. He's obviously moved around a lot from DB to wide receiver. What's that been like this year, getting him at just one position?
Well, that was the key in January. We said we're putting him in one position and get good at it. And he has gotten better and better and better and better. I like his leadership to step up because he can be a guy. He really can. But Jared is now we're seeing him fine-tune the position versus learning the position. So again, with him, it's going to be about being physical, and every time he touches it, make sure that he catches it because he gets open. He's got great hips, he's got great speed, he knows what to do, but the bottom line is he's got to go continue to make plays, which he did in the spring, and he's doing it this fall camp, but we got to make them all the time.
Yeah, we got to look at John Rice. We know obviously his talent and he knows leadership. How would you describe his personality? We've seen moments where he's joking around with his teammates, he's joking around with fans. How do you describe that personality? How does that benefit as a quarterback?
Well,
that kind of personality?
The biggest thing is, when he leads, he leads with passion, and then he also is, he has fun with the guys, but he also understands that this is a hard sport. This is a physical warrior mentality sport, and he brings a little life to the let's go and energy. You can't ask for a better leader as far as all that goes. And again, situational football, we had a 2-minute drill today. We got to get better and learn from those things, from those situations. And again, going and making plays at quarterback. Go make those great throws, make the hard throws. And he's been doing it from the spring and into fall camp. And again, we're going to continue to do that. But he brings leadership. He's fun to be around. He's fun to coach. And again, it's a guy every single second. He's the first one running on the field from the tent when we have a break. He's on the field. He leads by example, and that's what you got to do at quarterback.
After this second scrimmage, is the center position becoming a little bit more clear? Who's going to be the guy there?
Yeah, and we're still competing. But the bottom line is you're seeing a lot of strides with Drake. Drake Metcalf is doing a great job. Bula is doing a good job. His snaps have gotten more consistent this practice. We got to continue to be great and Kittler is, again, a younger guy that's coming on. So, again, we got 3 guys at that position. We're going to continue to compete, and they all got to get ready to play.
Last week you talked about wanting to see the team play tougher. Are you starting to see that?
Yeah, the toughness was way better than it was last scrimmage to this scrimmage. And that was the whole mentality all week, is that we're going to create toughness, but physical as well as mental toughness. And we got better. Are we there yet? We got to continue to grind this whole week. And we did better out there in our team drill as we started team. I've been challenging them when teams at the end of practice. It's when you're tired. It's when you've worked your hardest to get to that point, and it's fourth quarter time, and we've got to go execute when we're tired. And we did a good job today. We got to continue to do that and stress them and strain them as we get ready through this week.
Coach, kind of along those lines, we talked with players early on in media days and everything, saying the offense was coming along, but still had their struggles and everything, defense going on. How would you say the state of the offense is right now through these 2 scrimmages?
I think, we're still installing some plays, so there's still a learning curve with a lot of guys. And we're getting to that point where the installs are going to stop and, again, continue. We got better at plays in the second scrimmage that we weren't executing in the first scrimmage. So I like where the offense is. We got to continue to have discipline, attitude, toughness, and effort in everything that we do. in everything that we do. And it's one of those situations again where that's the whole essence of football. If we have that and we do that, again, we'll have the right plays for every game, and we're going to game plan and all that. Right now, we're still installing, and we're installing different things that we can put in that toolbox that we can take out and use from every game. But the bottom line is we got to continue to be disciplined, lining up, assignment football, what we're doing, all those things. And then our attitude has got to be through the roof. Our attitude is what makes you control what you can control. And then again, our toughness got better. We got to continue to bring it along, and our effort playing without the ball. We have to play without the football for each other. A couple situations we had Tyree, who was really coming on at wide receiver, where he's blocking his guy and he lets him go, and we have a touchdown. But that guy knocks him out at the 14-yard line. If he stays with them, we score and we're off the field. And so, those are the situations we got to continue to strain without the ball.
Coach, you're rapidly approaching the season. I was wondering what's the difficulty of scouting a team that has a new coaching staff?
I've been doing this for 25 years, and it's the same thing. You go back and you got to go, sit there and figure out what you think they're going to do and in all those situations, but you got to be ready for anything the first game. And again, you could have a coordinator who's been there for 10 years and he could show up and do something completely different. So we got to be ready for everything, all the different fronts, all the different coverages, and our defense is giving us all. They're giving us everything that we need to be successful that first game.
So, good.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, Coach.